Today we have Lorena de la Garza. She is Director of Tourism Promotion. We have Federico Treviño, who is President of the Visitors Chamber. I have Jorge Tortua, Corporate Sales Director for Aeromexico. I will now turn the floor to Federico Treviño. We need a microphone, please. Federico Treviño, Director General of the Visitors Chamber of Monterrey. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Lorena, for joining us. Jorge, thank you all, members of the media who are here, who make it possible for us to convey our message to the audience. At the Monterrey Bureau, we are extremely happy because for the past 2 years we've been leaders in terms of productivity and competitiveness. We measure ourselves in terms of hours per room and the number of international events that are the engine of the resources and revenues we earn. Last year, we were able to hold 219 30 events, 30 international, 930,000 rooms were sold out. 2015 has provided us with positive numbers in terms of accrued goals. We're starting to build partnerships. We're the first Latin American bureau to build partnerships and to have personnel exchanges with other OCs, not only within our country, but globally. We've already subscribed this first partnership with Buenos Aires after doing scouting, after researching the way they sell themselves and the events taking place in Argentina. Once the research is done, we find that we have huge potential to attract international events to Nuevo León. Our executive came back with over 30 events with extremely high potential. We are expecting what will happen in the future. Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena in Colombia are ready. Sao Paulo, Santiago, Lima, Peru, and we're about to start with Panama. We're we want to go even further. The Nuevo León Fair has increased square meters in its exhibits area. We are including 10,000 more meters with the M Pavilion. It is the highest technology in audio and video. It has capacity for 4,000 people and an exhibit area with 10,000 additional meters. We're glad because we will have more events and increased connectivity. 26 of our connections are operated by Aeromexico, and we have added routes. Tomorrow, they will provide us with increased frequency and more tourists to our destination, as well as revenues. In December, we opened the Monterrey, New York flight, which opens up the door at New York City and Company so we can have personnel exchange with continuous flow and events that may be held in Monterrey but from New York and vice versa. Tomorrow we will launch Monterrey, Miami. We're happy about the new flight. We're already working with Miami CBV to do exactly the same thing. We're pretty happy. I'm sure that these strategies are not only a novelty, but at the end of the day, they're extremely productive, not only for our destination, but for everybody else, because we're sharing experiences and more and improved destinations for the future. Thank you, Michelle. That was Federico Treviño, Director 2, Nuevo León's OCE. Now we have Jorge Tortua, Corporate Director for Aeromexico Sales Department. Thank you. Good afternoon. I salute, I greet Lore de la Garza, Federico. It's an honor to be here to reassure Aeromexico's commitment to the state of Nuevo León, most particularly with the city of Monterrey. A couple of years ago, we started out a wonderful project where we were looking to develop a second key hub in a city that has always been a leading city for Aeromexico. Monterrey is the most efficient airport in the Mexican network. And we decided to grow operations in Monterrey International Airport. 18 months have passed, and we went from 14 direct routes, as Federico mentioned, to 26 new destinations, to 26 complete destinations from Monterey City. We opened 4 destinations last year: Houston, Torreon, New York, and the Tokyo Narita flight. Extremely successful. For 2015, we opened up our operations in the International Airport of Toluca. We will start operating and launching operations in Miami. We have huge growth in Monterrey, and we're not only generating growth and a large benefit for the city and the state, we are also connecting the state of Nuevo León with many other destinations. Connectivity to the Bajío region has been relevant. It is one of our main destinations, which leads us that with the 26 destinations, we will be able to connect the city of Monterrey with about 110 flights, 110 daily operations, which makes it the second destination for Grupo Aeroméxico. We will continue to work to be committed to the state, to the tourism corporation, with the conventions office, to grow Monterrey, to grow the state of Nuevo León, and to continue to be the house of Aeromexico within our country. Thank you very much. It is an honor to be here. I appreciate the Nuevo León team for their continuous effort. Thank you very much. Thank you. We will now turn the floor to Lorena de la Garza. She is director to the Touristic Development Corporation in the state of Nuevo León. Thank you very much, members of the media. Jorge from Aeromexico and Federico are director to CVO. Let me share what we're doing in Nuevo León, because one of the major strategies as a destination involves attraction of events. Our bureau tries to find new events to take place in Nuevo León. We want our destination to be efficient, so event organizer will succeed in the Nuevo León destination. On our behalf, we have the connectivity through Aeromexico and the other airlines operating in our airport. We operate with 29 national destinations and 11 international destinations. As Roberto said, it is one of the most efficient airports in the country. In 2014, it broke transportation records by carrying over 7.1 million tourist flyers. 2014 was the most touristic year in the history of Nuevo León. 2015 is kicked out in the same way. February ended with 68% of hotel occupation, where the average used to be 54%. Revenues from tourism are increasing. We ended 2014 with 9.2 million pesos, and what we have accrued by February 2015 is much higher than the comparison to last year. We are revolutionizing the behavior of the tourist industry in Nuevo León. It involves OCV's strategy to draw more events so we can ensure constant flow of tourists to our destination, so we won't face the low-high seasonality anymore. We want to have a constant arrival of tourists throughout the year. So whenever you think about a congress, a convention, a big meeting, you will think about Nuevo León, so you can have the best touristic experience, because there are many things to do both in the metropolitan Monterrey area as out of the main city, out of the main hub. We've got great feedback from Nuevo Leon visitors. We interview our tourists throughout the year, and their ratings are wonderful. We have a 9.5 rating when it comes to satisfaction. So it is just encouraging us to move forward. As part of the Nuevo Leon delegation, we brought operating travel agencies, hotels, everybody involved in the hospitality business. We want to communicate to you that Nuevo Leon is ready for you tourists and for other segments such as medical tourism, adventure tourism. Increasingly high amount of tourists consider Nuevo Leon now as a destination for their vacations. We open up the floor for Q&A.